Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on archive. DStyleBoxing here. Let's talk about the UFC 217 to be exact, which is Bisping versus George St. Pierre, which was held at Madison Square Garden, New York. Okay, big card there. I actually watched this on Saturday night and at the bar, and you know what? I enjoyed it. I honestly did. I did enjoy this, so let's talk about it. Let me bring this. In case anybody posts in the chat, let me bring it up, so bear with me. I usually, guys, don't get to the chat until I make my main points, and then I come to the chat. If not, then the chat throws you the points you're going to make. You start going all these zigzags and stuff. So, but in this case, it's just UFC, you know. But anyway, highly entertaining. The bar was packed, by the way. It was packed. I was actually to the last UFC that I saw. Which one was it? See, I don't even remember. At that same bar, and it was empty. You know, so friends and I had like reserved a table, and it was like for no reason. It didn't even get that packed, right? So maybe it'll come to, maybe it won't. The last one I saw, I can't quite. It's actually kind of getting on my nerves that I don't remember which fight it was. It's actually kind of getting annoying. But nonetheless, GSP's return, and it was actually a good card as well. And I got to say, good job to the UFC, man. I think this was a great card. So let's talk about it. All right. Now, first of all, let's just go over the fights I saw. So I saw the Johnny Hendricks versus Paulo Costa fight. Johnny Hendricks has not been the same since USADA started testing fighters in the UFC. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying that there's a causation there, but there's definitely a correlation. All right. I just, didn't look that good. But Paulo Costa, he looked pretty good, but he was getting hit with some straights from Hendricks, though. And it'll be interesting. I think some other dudes could really put hurt on the guy. Right? Let's see here. The Stephen Thompson, George Masvidal fight. Good performance by Stephen Thompson. I thought it was a good performance. I thought it would have been a better fight, personally. I thought it would have been a better fight, a little more exciting. But Thompson was just a far better striker overall. But I thought it was a pretty good performance. Joanna, and I have a hard time pronouncing this name, bro. Check, okay. But against Rose Namajunas, all right. I was kind of surprised. Man. Joanna, who's known to be a great striker, was just getting outstruck, and she got dropped with a hook, and then she was finished. And to me, it looked like she was tapping, even though she's disputing the fact that she tapped. But it looked to me like she was tapping, right? But nonetheless, the referee stepped in, stopped the fight. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw. Let me first say, Dillashaw is becoming probably my favorite UFC fighter right now. This guy is really, really good, right? Like, this guy's a truth. I really like Cruz as well. I really like Cruz, but so it's between those two guys. But this was a very good fight. It almost looked, though, like Cody had Dillashaw figured out in the first round. He was timing him. He was clipping him. He dropped him, had him hurt towards the end of the first round. He looked confident. Even in the beginning of the second round, made him miss his high kick, and then, he showboated a little bit. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. But then Dillashaw just clipped him, man. You know, he timed Cody, he dropped him, and then finished him. You know, just finished him. That was something. But I really like Dillashaw's style, man. He's something, and I really like the fact that he called out Mighty Mouse, and he said he's willing to go down in that weight class to take that belt. All right, like holy shit, yeah, hell yeah, I want to see that fight. Dillashaw versus Mighty Mouse. Let's see that. That's a damn good fight, right? No games. Like damn, that's a damn good fight. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about the main event. Michael Bisping versus George St. Pierre. So, George St. Pierre won this fight in the third round, right? I noticed Freddie Roach was in his corner. That's interesting. I even listened to you guys can listen to it, like where his head trainer tells him something, and then Freddie, then he says, Freddie, and then Freddie gives him an instruction. That's kind of interesting. I guess whatever works for them, right? It looked to me, to be honest with you, at the end of that second round, I thought Bisping had it. I thought it was it. I thought George St. Pierre was looking tired to me. He looked slow. He just didn't look the same. And it looked like the size difference was starting to take its toll. He was able to take, I think in 3 attempts, he took him down 3 times. Great takedowns by George St. Pierre, but twice he really didn't do anything with it. And one time he took most of the damage himself. Bisping off his back got him with some really good elbows and hurt him, you know. I shouldn't say hurt, but he got up and it was a bloody mess. And then, of course, George St. Pierre in the third round, man, he caught Bisping with a punch that I honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't want to use the word luck, right? Okay, because that's a little too strong, but he was very fortunate that shot hurt Bisping. I'll just say that. But to his credit, he went to ground and pound him, gave him some space, and then when Bisping was trying to get back up, boom, took his back, put his arm around his neck, and choked him out, right, and put him to sleep. Bisping refused to tap, passed out, okay? Bisping he refused to tap, and but it was put to sleep by George St. Pierre. Night. He went to sleep. George St. Pierre, new UFC heavyweight champion. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Huh? What does this mean? Is he going to face the interim champion, Whitaker? I don't know. I don't know much about this Whitaker guy, to be honest with you. I don't know how good he is, right? But you would think that's the fight to make. I'm hearing there's a lot of people that want to see George St. Pierre versus Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor versus GSP. Let's do it. Conor McGregor is a lightweight. GSP just fought at middleweight. Conor McGregor got choked out by Nate Diaz at 170. What do you think GSP is going to do to him? He's going to maul him. He's going to take him down and maul him, right? I don't want to see that fight, right? There's too much of a size difference, okay? It's just, I have no interest in that fight. I'm not talking height. I'm talking size. So I don't want to. I have no interest in that fight. I want to see George St. Pierre versus the current welterweight champion in the UFC. That's what I want to see. Oh yeah. That's what I want to see. Why not? First of all, GSP looked small for middleweight, man. He looked small. I think he got very fortunate in that fight. He did. And good. And look, hey, it's so impressive what he did, but he needs to go back down to welterweight, right? And I want to see that fight. Against who, DStyle? What are you talking about, DStyle? I'm talking about Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley has 3 defenses right now, right? I want to see him fight Tyron Woodley. I want to see GSP versus Tyron Woodley. That's what I want to see. All right? That's the fight I want to see. Can GSP come back and take his belt back that he never lost? Now, you could argue he should have lost in his last fight before he retired, but that's in the past. We have to talk about that. See, that's a fight I want to see. I want to see how who many call the greatest of all time will do against the best welterweight today. That's what I want to see. Now, if you want to watch GSP take down Conor McGregor, smother him, and then finish him off, right? If that's what's going to happen, then fine, right? Is it going to sell a lot? Probably. But I honestly believe that's a very predictable fight. I kind of know what's going to happen. Woodley versus GSP? Hey, that's a fight to me. All right? That's a fight to me. Navos 2003, what's up, bro? He says, was a great UFC card. Mejia, what's up? Man, I missed it, he says. Navos 2003, you missed a great event, man. Mejia. Yeah, the highlights look cool. I got to watch the card when I got to watch the card when I get free time. Navos 2003, TJ fucked Cody up. AJ10, GSP is just too big for Conor. Woodley versus GSP, says AJ10. Yes, that's what I want to see. Colton W. Robert Whitaker deserves a shot at the big time. Dude went through Jakar and beat Romero with a bad knee. It's time he keep his shot. Whitaker came from 170 himself. I guess I got to watch Robert Whitaker a little more, but I wouldn't mind that fight. If they want to do it, do it. I personally don't mind. All right? Makes sense. George St. Pierre should fight Robert Whitaker. And Conor McGregor should be fighting Tony Ferguson, not GSP. Jay Desi 4, I do want to watch that. Mejia, I think GSP beats Woodley. Jay Desi 4, Woodley's got a puncher's chance, little more. Well, I want to see it. Because first of all, I just don't. I don't believe GSP can take down Woodley like that. I don't. Now, could Woodley take down GSP? Well, that's going to be tough too. There's a lot of questions that are hard to answer when you look at that matchup. There's a lot of questions that are very hard to answer. And of course, you got the stand-up. Let's say GSP has improved the stand-up, even though middleweight just wasn't for him. But I want to see that fight. But if they want to do Robert Whitaker, I'm fine with that too. Right? Because Colton makes a good point. you got to give that interim champion his shot to shine, right? You got to give him his shot. Woodley's got a puncher's chance. Little more, says JC for Colton. Woodley, little too passive. I think George got a good chance in that one. Woodley does way too much cage walking, says Colton W. AJ10. I may be in the minority, but I think GSP versus Woodley is a good style matchup. Colton says, if Woodley lands, though, it's over. Well, I mean, yeah, if he knocks him out, but if it's like he punches him and he knocks him down, can he finish George St. Pierre? You know, I just want to see. Does George St. Pierre come back, throw a monkey wrench into a lot of shit? Eddie LW, the way I see Woodley versus GSP going down is the same way GSP versus Hendricks went down, where GSP got busted up, except Woodley is quicker and more athletic. That, it is possible that that's the way the fight can go. I want to see it. By the way, I just noticed this. I'm scrolling through all the champions. I just noticed this. Wow. From heavyweight all the way down to flyweight in all the divisions, in all of them, there's not one Brazilian champion. Wow. Not one Brazilian is a champion. Seven of the champions are American. One's Canadian. Where's Robert Whittaker from? Is that Australia? And of course, Connor from Ireland. Wow. We got two Brazilian champions with the women, for what it's worth. So he does before. Woodley's gas tank is pretty shit. Like the Thompson fight, couldn't even do anything in the last round. Eddie LW, Woodley's gas tank was just fine in his last 5-round fights. AJ10 says Whittaker is from New Zealand. All right. Because I only had the flag, and sometimes I apologize. It is what it is. Okay, Colton W. Brazil had that good shit. Now you saw the fucking it up. Wow. It's just, throughout the history of the UFC, man, there's always been at least one Brazilian champion, I think. Right? You had Aldo for a while. You had Anderson Silva, Machida, and Shogun. You had your fair share of Brazilian fighters. Before against Thompson, the first fight, he actually tried to fight and was completely gassed. Oh boy. After that, he's been doing just enough for the W. He says, 8-10, we need a champion from El Paso so DStyle can be ringside. Colton W. Aldo's stamina is bad now. Yeah, I know, right? Eddie LW, Woodley did a lot of work and damage on Thompson in the 4th round, and they're in their first fight, and still looked fine in the 5th. All right. Anyways, guys, Maya was not able to really take down Woodley, right? He couldn't take him down. But I did notice this, and you know what? Let's do this. Let me bring up the chat. All right, let's bring this chat up. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. right. You guys see the chat? All right. There's some good stuff here. There's some good stuff. So I'm going to get all that on record right here. All right. Some good stuff in the chat. So I hate how everything in the chat just goes away, just disappears. This is a good way to keep it all archived here. Where was I? So Jay Desi 4 and Eddie Alem are really going at it, right? Woodley did a lot of work and damage on Thompson in the fourth round of the first fight and still looks fine in the fifth. He didn't throw a punch in the fist at Jesse 4. I don't remember the fight. Colton W. Rafael Años is still pretty solid. Oh, we'll see. Eddie LW. He was a champion too for a while. Yeah. Maya shot in 24 times over a duration of 5 rounds. Woodley had a torn shoulder and still kept Maya off of him. Woodley, Woodley is a tank to take down. Well, here's my thing. I understand the whole shoulder thing, right? But if GSP is constantly trying to take him down, I personally think GSP is a much better striker than Damian Maya, right? And GSP has better. He might not be a better grappler. He may not have better Brazilian jiu-jitsu than Maya, but I think he's better at takedowns. So this is why, man, I want to see this fight. I want to see Woodley versus GSP. You know, I really want to see it. Yeah, but yes, Woodley's a tank. But in the chat, who wins this fight? If first of all, well, let's do this: GSP versus Robert Whittaker. Who wins that fight? So now I'm going to ask you guys, right? Who wins that fight? In your expert opinions, all right? A lot of you know more about MMA than me, all right? So I don't have a problem admitting that. So I just want to know who wins that fight. Agent 10 GESP may have to rely on striking to beat Woodley if he can't take him down. Let's see. Colton. Robert Whittaker TKO in round 3. Holy shit. Whittaker's too big and dangerous as Desi 4. Eddie Alem last year when Dos Anjos lost the title to Eddie Alvarez. It was the first time in 10 years without a Brazilian champion. Then Aldo won an interim title 2 days later. But then he lost in June. Holy shit. So far we got 2 for Whittaker, nothing for GSP. I got to be honest, I don't know much about Robert Whittaker, man. A dude that I do have seen is what's the man? What's the Cuban's name? The wrestler? Yair Romero, right there. Colton, just put it. Is a gold medalist for Cuba. Not to mention he's a stud. Whittaker fought him with a bad knee, and Romero could not take him down. Yeah, man, that's what I was going to say. But I don't know if GSP could beat Romero. Romero might maul him. Whittaker is a minority warrior. I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. Colton W. Can't see George being able to get close, even getting him down. Robert Whittaker has great boxing and takedown defense. And he's from New Zealand? What's with New Zealand lately? Like, what's with New Zealand like producing boxers and MMA fighter champions lately? What's going on? Like, they get so bored in New Zealand they just start fighting, or what? Let's just fight. Whitaker was a rugby player. It's quite strange, this Colton. Romero is also too big and dangerous. Yeah. It's the salt water? Gotcha. He's taken to MMA very fast over the years, this Colton. So Whitaker sounds pretty dangerous then. Because, I totally overlooked Whitaker when Romero's going to fight him. I didn't even know there was going to be some interim title fight, to be honest with you. But when I heard that Romero was beat, because I thought Romero was going to be the guy to beat Bisping. I thought it was going to bound to happen. But yeah. But what about GSP versus Weidman? I mean, this is not a good division for GSP, right? When you really look down the line, it just so happens that Bisping, it's like he was the champion, but it's just like everybody know, like like when someone's a champion, but he's not the best in the division. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. If the stars align, and there you go. I mean, who did Bisping defend the title against? An old ass Henderson, which he looked like shit in. I mean, Henderson almost knocked him out like 2 or 3 times in that fight. Eddie Allen, I think GSP has good enough boxing to hang with Whitaker and eventually change levels for the takedown, which gives him a second shot, in my opinion. Colton W says, yes, very dangerous. Great grappling exchanges, lethal kicks, and very good hands. His nickname from most of his fans is Bobby Knuckles. Really? That's the nickname they came up with? I'm just kidding. Okay, JZ4, he could potentially take Weidman. All right. After the Whitaker fight, GSP needs to move back down. Colton will take George over Weidman. Interesting. Let me give you guys another fight. And don't be shocked if the UFC makes this fight. Don't be shocked if there's some bullshit, because this fight would sell. And I don't care what anybody says. You would watch it. Okay? And that fight is Anderson Silva versus GSP. Yes, way too many years too late. Well, who wins that fight? I mean, Anderson is clearly way past it. Right? Was inactive for a while. He got suspended for a while, and then he was inactive because of a fucking injury to his leg for a while. But who wins that fight? JZ4 is big, but he's not that good. I like Weidman, man. Why is everybody just attacking Weidman? All right, Eddie Allen, Weidman will grind out GSP with his wrestling, in my opinion. There you go. Finally, somebody picked Weidman or said something positive about Weidman. Okay, GSP, I assume they do a catch weight, so it's just Colton. Nah, bro, I don't want to see that, says AJ10. Bro, you'd watch it, bro. JZ4, I remember that when that was a Mayweather-Pacquiao of MMA, Hulk Hogan. They ain't got 42 pythons, though, brother. Are we talking Prime GSP versus Prime Silva? No, bro, like right now. Isn't Silva like in the top 10 right now? I mean, some people think he beat Bisping in their fight, and yeah, he moved up with a 3-day notice or whatever it was, right? And fought freaking Cormier, but survived the fight. Didn't he survive the 3 rounds? He even hurt Cormier in the last round. I'm just saying. Colton thinks it'd be easy work. You do my boy Silva like that. I think if I was a UFC, because they need big events right now, honestly. And I know it's going to sound like a dick move because we were just talking about Robert Whitaker, and it would dick Robert Whitaker. It would. But I I would do Silva versus GSP. I would do the fight. I would do it. I would do that fight. All right, I would do that. That fight does over 1 million buys. Easy. Easy. That fight is a mega fight. People will watch it. Right? I honestly think, call me crazy, but I think Silva has an excellent chance of beating GSP. Right? I think he has a good shot. I think he'll fight pretty good off his back against GSP. Right? Pretty similar to the way Bisping did. And he's a far better striker than GSP. He might be old and out of it, but he's way past his prime. But I still think he clips GSP the way he clipped Cormier in the last round. He might knock out GSP. So I'm just saying, call me crazy, call me a fanboy, and I'm not acting like I'm this like knowledgeable MMA guy. But I got you know what, I got Silva in that fight. JC4 striking is still dangerous. Eddie Alim, Silva is fighting Kevin Gastelum next. If he loses that fight, no one wants to see GSP fight him anymore. What if he wins? What if he wins? JC4, GSP would have to lay and pray. Probably couldn't stop him even now. Colton, Silva might get a W against Gastelum. Gastelum is talented, but he's giving up a lot of length and he's very inconsistent. There we go. My boy Silva about to beat this Gastelum guy. And then, we'll see where he goes from there. Hulk Hogan. When I body slammed out of Shine, I changed the wrestling world, dude. GSP is nothing better. Eddie Allen, fight should have happened in 2012. Yeah. AJ 10, I think the fight is 5-6 years too late. It's definitely too late. It should have been done years ago, but it would sell. Like everybody on here knows that fight would sell, right? And to be honest with you, I'm a Silva fan, right? I'm a fan of Anderson Silva, and I don't know. I don't see Silva anymore anyway beating like a natural middleweight in his prime that's that good to be a champion, right? So, hey, let's see the fight. I don't know. I'm interested in that fight. There'll be a lot of drama, and to me, it's the last chance that Silva ever has at reclaiming the belt. Okay. Yeah, it's like Mayweather Pacquiao. A little too late. The fight might even be a little boring the more I think about it, but it's okay. That's all right. Because a lot of Silva fights have been a little, little eh. But that fight, how they'll promote it though. They'll like, oh, who's really the best of all time and stuff like that. Like, it would be big. Eddie Alem, son watched the Gastelum fights. He's a smaller version of Cain Velasquez, except he speaks better Spanish. Yeah, Velasquez's Spanish is terrible, but that's okay. Colt 10W, it would sell though. You are correct, yes. By the way, is it me or was GSP blinded by his own fucking blood, man? Like does anyone really like? Let me put it this way: was GSP fortunate when he landed that punch? To me, it looked like he was. Like he was on his way to lose that fight, in my opinion. Right? He looked tired of me. Even in the post fight, he like admitted he doesn't remember how he like he knocked him down. That was kind of, I was like, then I saw the replay. GSP busted out. You know how they say he looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme? He busted out with that blood sport thing, like when he's blinded and shit. Like, then he's all blinded and then he like focuses. And then he starts whooping that dude's ass and shit. Just saying. GSP had his Van Damme and Bloodsport moment when he was blind and shit. Yeah, Silva too, dude. As long as he takes his vitamins, says his prayers, says Hulk Hogan. Colton W. Damn, dog, my man Velasquez. GSP, every single fight, he gets cut over the bridge of his nose. He cuts very easily. Hey, there you go. GSP has memory problems. That's been a running joke after his talk about alien abductions and losing track of time. Wait, what? Wait. Did I miss something or what? Is that like a joke that I'm not getting, or did GSP really talk about alien abductions? You know, like, is this some inside joke I don't know about, or what? Well, what am I missing here? Let's see if I can find this. I'm gonna play a part of the. I'm not gonna play the audio, guys. Okay, I can't do that, but I'm gonna play part of the when GSP was blinded by the blood. All right. Let's see. I found it. Ready, guys?
Get up, Frankie!
Here's GSP. He's about to. GSP's. Bisping's coming. GSP's coming. That's it. Bam! Knock him down. Shang Li. He's a great dude, man. That dude was in a lot of movies, man. Like Enter the Dragon, all the way to. Enter the Dragon was, when was that? 70s. Bloodsport was the late 80s and shit. 3 decades that dude was in movies. Was he that dude? I don't know if that's his name, but was that dude in any movies in the 2000s? Anybody know he could really fight though? Like, or is he just like an actor? Can that dude really whoop some average dude's ass? Because he looks like he would just whoop just some average Joe. He would just whoop their fucking ass. He does look that way, you know. But I don't know. I don't know if he's like a real fighter, you know. All right, a lot of laughing my asses off. Eddie LM. Look up when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. GSP on Joe Rogan said he found that he lost time, and he felt it could be alien abductions. Of course, Hulk Hogan saying they're real. It's one of them. He did 10. At least GSP didn't pull Devin Alexander. It burns. It burns. And then he said he's got a big head. Shang Li. He took the dive against Van Damme, though. I think he took that dive. Jay Desi. Anybody hear about Van Damme fighting the Green Ranger at a Comic-Con? Really? Wow. He was a student of Bruce Lee's. Oh, was he? All right. Eddie LM. Joe Rogan talks to GSP about his encounters. Joe Rogan Experience 251. Was GSP like being sarcastic? Were they like joking around, or was he being serious? Like, it sounds like he was just fucking around, guys. Come on. Yeah, he has to be fucking around. I can picture that shit. Like, I gotta watch this shit. Anybody watching this shit live or on archive, look at that. Right? Posted by Eddie LM. Joe Rogan talks to GSP about his encounters. Joe Rogan Experience 351. Everybody's got to look up that shit, right? Because this is insane. Right? Well, those that didn't get the audio, that was from Bloodsport. When Chung Lee throws, like, I guess, some powder in his eyes, and somehow didn't get disqualified. You know, like they just let it be, I guess. How did he not get this? Like, how did nobody notice that? You know, like how do you throw powder in the dude's eyes and everybody's watching the fight and nobody noticed it? Like the ref didn't go, whoa, 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 stop. What the fuck is this? All right. But anyway, he was blinded, and then he did a lot of martial arts training, blindfolded and stuff like that, and he used that, that martial arts, training to defeat, the bad guy, Chong Li, blinded, and that's what GSP did at UFC 17. Okay, he was blinded, and he remembered when his master Freddie Roach, okay, taught him how to fight blinded and shit. I don't know. I still remember a podcast called him Master, my master Freddie Roach. My Theo's an alien, brother, says Hulk Hogan, Eddie Allen. He was being serious. He was trying to rationalize why he has a memory loss. And he told him that he thinks it's from taking too many shots in the head. Probably, bro. It's probably the time Matt Serra knocked him out. Like that's probably what it is, right? Colton W., he was just rambling stuff, giving different reasons why he had short-term memory loss, and alien abductions came up. I gotta watch this shit. So he has a short-term memory loss or long-term memory loss. What was that specified? Hulk Hogan, No Retreat, No Surrender, another great movie. All right, Colton, like Ali versus Sonny Liston. Ali was the original OG of fighting blind. Oh, that's right? I guess they put some shit in Liston's gloves or something like that. Allegedly. 8-10, I may be in the minority, but Kickboxer's a better movie. Oh, bro, you're not. I think it's a better movie too. I rewatched both of them, and Kickboxer is still watchable. There's some corny acting and stuff like that, but it's far more watchable. I don't know about Kickboxer 2, which doesn't even have Van Damme, but I don't know about those. But Kickboxer Part 1, to me, is the shit. I still remember, like, Tampo's a better bad guy too, And it just looked more like, Tampo would have won that Bloodsport tournament, bro. Like, I could tell you that much right now. Chong Li would have gotten destroyed by Tampo. All right. But anyway, I don't even know. Am I pronouncing that name right? Can somebody type down the name of the villain in Kickboxer? Right. Type it down. But anyway, I remember when he's like to me, the most awesome scene is when he's kicking like I don't want to say wall, but the column, right? Like he's just kicking it like bah! And like, I guess he went to go get ice for his brother. Like they didn't provide him with ice. Like okay. And then the funniest part is when what's the name of Van Damme in that movie? I forget. But Van Damme goes to his brother and he tells him, "You don't understand. Like he was kicking the fucking like the wall, bro. Like, and it didn't hurt his leg." And then it's just the funniest scene to me. Like his brother throws the crappiest combination I've ever seen. Right? Well, can he do this? Like he throws a combination. And that's when I knew his brother was gonna die. Right? And that's when I knew he was fucked. Right? That little crappy combination you just threw, okay, it ain't gonna do shit for you. All right, this dude was kicking a fucking column and rocking like the room, bro. Like the sheetrock was falling off the ceiling. Right? Anyway, but that's a fucking awesome scene. Showdown, Little Tokyo. Hulk Hogan's all in these martial arts movies. Eddie LM, GSP didn't blatantly talk about aliens, though. He was just being pretty subliminal and seemed embarrassed when talking about it. Bunch of cartoon parodies to it now. I gotta watch this shit. Listen's Corner put some liquid in his gloves, and Angelo Dundee had to wash Ali's eyes out in the corner. Holy shit! Did we ever discover what this liquid was? Hulk Hogan choking. No, I read that. Tong Po. There we go. Tong Po. There we go. Laughing my ass off, says Colton. All right. Is Bolo Young in that one? No. Oh, Bolo Young. That's the. I know that. Okay. Apparently, Kickboxer had a sequel last year. Another one? God damn. I wouldn't mind them remaking Kickboxer. I wouldn't mind that. He had recently made a sequel for Universal Soldier. Wow. It had Roy Jones in it. Interesting. Seriously, though, do you believe in aliens? I think there's no evidence that aliens. I don't think there's any evidence that aliens have shown up. How can I say it? I don't think there's. I haven't seen any concrete evidence, okay, that there's been aliens, but I do know this, okay. Let me see if this makes sense. And you guys tell me if it makes sense, right? I think it's far more likely that at least, like, in other words, just one person has to be telling the truth about aliens for aliens to be true, right? Like just one of them. Out of all the millions of people that have claimed an alien abduction, it's far more likely that at least one is telling the truth than all of them are delusional or lying. You get where I'm going with that? All right, so I don't believe all the stories, but when there's so many stories, I think it's more likely that at least one of them is telling the truth than none of them are telling the truth or just delusional. Right? So, and apparently GSP is one of them. Hey. Michael J. White is underrated. He looks like he kicks some ass. I like the Undisputed movies. The buff dude that was also in Enter the Dragon. Yeah. Now, that dude was the buff dude from Enter the Dragon. I know him. Bolo Young, right? He was the one in Bloodsport. ALM. What's more likely, aliens or flat Earth? Oh, boy. Definitely aliens. But not only that, let's take it a step further. This universe is fucking large, and I think it's naive to think that we're the only ones out here. Like it's the Earth is so damn small, it's not even funny compared to the size of the universe, and we would be naive to think that we're the only ones here. And I will say this. I don't know how far mankind's going to go. I honestly believe this. And it's a downer, but I think mankind, it's more likely that mankind will eventually destroy itself than reach like world peace or anything like that. I think I don't know if anybody agrees with that, but if we ever reach a point where we become this advanced society and we're the ones exploring the universe, right? We already know what humans are going to do if we just discover life forms somewhere else. We're going to claim it for ourselves because that's our nature and that's what we do, right? That's what humans do. So with that logic, I think if I know I'm going into a GSP tangent here, but if one of these days you wake up, right? If you wake up one of these days, you walk outside, look out your window, and you see a big fucking UFO out in the sky, kind of like in the movie Independence Day and shit, you better be fucking scared. You better be so fucking scared because we ain't going to be able to fuck with that. Whatever level of technology they got, right? Our shit is so primitive, it ain't even funny. We better hope that they come in peace. That's all I got to say. Anyone ever get into the argument about whether or not Bruce Lee could have beaten Mike Tyson in a fight? Yeah, I've heard those arguments. Hulk Hogan, I hope No Retreat, No Surrender gets rebooted with a better CG Bruce Lee, Conor replacing Van Damme. All right, Eddie LM, ever heard about the theory of type 1 through 4 civilizations? And we're not even advanced enough to reach type 1 yet? I haven't, but I could write that shit down so I could look that shit up for real. This shit's fascinating to me, so. Look at that. Type 1 through 4 civilizations. I'll look this shit up. Bruce Lee was 140 to 150 at the most. Wasn't he lighter than that, Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee was a hell of a specimen, but I never buy this whole, like, oh, he was the best fighter of all time shit. I don't. Bruce Lee could beat up Cain Velasquez. I never bought that shit, right? But there you go. Anyways, since I'm on here, you guys got any questions before I head out? I think if they existed, they would kill us for not unifying boxing's heavyweight division. Could you just imagine, like, just imagine like an alien species studying us, right? Like, just picture this shit. Just picture this. Like that's the way they talk, right? Like, look at this. They have this thing that they call a sport that our ancestors used to do like millions of years ago. Look at this. They compete, beating each other in the head and the body, and they just cheer like barbarians. But that's not even the worst part. They call people champions, and their own dictionaries say that the champion means the best. But then they have 4 champions. I don't know. This is how primitive these people are. They're so primitive. Yeah. We have already decoded the perfect way to box in the sport of boxing. There you go. Let's see. Do I believe in evolution, says Hulk Hogan? Yes, I do. Eddie Alem, did I miss your take on Tilly Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt? You must have, but I thought Cody was winning the fight. I thought Cody was handling him pretty good in the first round, to be honest with you. And even heard TJ in the end there, and then it looked like he had a little control too at the beginning of the second round. Then he got caught. And credit to TJ, he finished him off. But let's see a rematch. That's what I want to see. Let's see the rematch. AJ10, how do we explain YouTube's wars of intelligent life forms? How do we explain like YouTube beefs and all that? I don't know, man. Who fucking knows? J Desi 4. You get to see one of those pick 3 memes with all the martial arts: Bruce Lee, Jet, Jackie, Tony, Ja, Michael J. White, Scott Adkins, Chuck Norris, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Who would you pick? Bruce, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Chuck Norris. I'm a big Chuck Norris fan, right? I don't agree with his political views, right? But I'm still a big Chuck Norris fan. Cody caught hard luck, saved by the bell. I want to see a rematch, man. And you know what? I don't like the way Dillashaw is all like, oh, he doesn't deserve an immediate, title. I didn't get an immediate shot. You should, that's between you and the UFC. But hey. Some say aliens mess with primates' DNA to create us. Well, some say a lot of shit, Eddie LM, advanced civilizations would create cyborgs to box for our entertainment. So none of us suffer from brain damage. Same with football. Yeah, probably. Hulk Hogan, sometimes I see some weird YouTube videos, Eddie LM. And there were 10 seconds of more time. I think Cody would have finished TJ. Yeah, I think he would have finished him too. TJ looked really hurt. I think I could be wrong, but I think Cody got a little too confident. He got a little too comfortable. He was feeling himself a little too much. Like remember, like when TJ missed like a spinning kick or something like that. Was it a spinning kick? I don't remember what it was. And then Cody, he did the whole like combing his hair thing, and like he got a little too comfortable. He should have stayed a little more focused, and he got a little too cocky, and it cost him. It cost him big. Yeah, TJ's legs were like linguini. Cody should have just been patient, waited for that right hand shot again. You guys think he got a little too I don't know, a little too comfortable? He started doing his thing too, where he was admiring his work a little too much too. I don't see that a lot in UFC. I mean, I don't watch it as much as I do boxing, but there's this thing in boxing where dudes just like they throw a combination and they start to admire their work a little too much. There's that split second where they're like, yeah, and then they back up. This is, it's just problematic. Cody should have been patient. You're right. Yeah, he smelled blood and he was pressing a little too hard. Yeah, man, he should have just been patient. He had Dillashaw timed, man. He had him timed. It looked like he kind of had him figured out, and then he should have kept doing what he was doing. At that point, it was on Dillashaw to figure out what to do. But an old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Cody didn't try to fix it, but he changed it. The Hulk server says Austin or Flair. In terms of what? Popularity? I don't think anybody will be more popular than Hulk Hogan in his prime. Maybe Austin, but it's tough to say. Eddie LM, Cody started dancing and taunting like he did against Dominic Cruz, but it may have cost him against CJ. Soon after his taunting, he got chopped with a head kick and probably never fully recovered. Yeah, I forgot about the head kick. He knocked him down with a head kick. He got back up really quick, but I forgot about that. Yeah, he did. Shortly after, he was taunting him in that for making him miss a kick. It was just bad karma, but yeah, he was feeling himself a little too much. He tried to pull the Nate Campbell. Anybody ever seen Nate Campbell? I think it was Friday. Was it Friday Night Fights? So Nate Campbell was feeling himself a little too much, and he got knocked the fuck out. Colton W. Well, what do you think of my girl Rose beating Joanna? I didn't see that shit coming. It's funny though because people at the bar were calling her what's her name? Sinead O'Connor, and because come on, man, hey, but or G.I. Jane, but Sinead O'Connor. This is funny because then her post-fight speech was so like Sinead O'Connor, like I want to fight, for peace in the world, and like I'm just like wow, like damn, like It's ironic. Let's not fight each other. Let's love one another. Like it's like he just like knocked the chick out. Like what telling us we gotta love each other. He just knocked somebody out. Right? He just punched her in the face. And he jumped on top of her and like pummeled her. Telling about let's not fight and let's all love one another. I'm just kidding. I get the message. Hulkamania for life. You know what? Hulk Hogan in his prime, man, was some. Right? He was some. Although I'm sorry, Hulk Hogan, I was more of an Ultimate Warrior guy. Okay? I was a little kid. I was rooting for Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6. Okay? I hope you don't take that personal. You know, but I'm just saying. Eddie Allen, the Rose Joanna upset shocked me the most. I haven't been shocked like that since Dillashaw versus Barrow 1. Yeah. Colton W. I picked Rose in that put $200 on, and you put $200 on her. I was thinking she'd win with a choke. Never thought she'd knock her out. Was amazing. Wow. She had a time too, man. That was a crazy thing. It's like they were working on that hook or something. Because that was kind of impressive. That hook was pretty impressive. Rose rocking that 11 look from Stranger Things. Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin all day. He was my Hulk Hogan, says Colton W. I was a big Steve Austin fan. J Desi 4. Warrior over Hogan. Blasphemy. Ah, man, I love. Even though I don't know what the fuck he's talking about in his promos. I don't know what the fuck. Like, should we listen to an Ultimate Warrior promo right now? This is like maybe we could try. Let's see if we could translate this shit. Let me play an Ultimate Warrior promo. Hopefully, I don't get flagged for using WWE content, but.
I was sitting at council from a place long from here, and I came here for one reason: to attack and keep coming. Not to ask, but just to give. Not to want, but just to sin. Sing the power warrior down to everybody's throat in WWE till they become sick of it. Well, you're gonna get sick of it because this freaking nation right here is just beginning to swell. And when I get big enough, brother, there ain't gonna be room for anybody else but me and all the warriors floating through the veins and the power of the warrior. How must I prepare? You must ask yourself, should I jump up the tallest building in the world? Should I lay on the lawn and let him run over me with lawnmowers? Should I go to Africa and let him trample me with raging elephants?
Should I jump off the highest building in the world? Should I lay in the lawn and let them mow it with lawnmowers, he said, I think? Should I go to Africa and let them, what do you say, run over me with raging elephants? I mean, what is he talking about, man? The Hawkster will live forever, he says. J Desi 4, something about being swollen. Holy shit. Go to Africa and let them trample me with raging elephants. Oh, man. I just don't know what the hell he's talking about. Have you guys heard the WrestleMania 6 promo? Like, when I was a kid, I thought it was awesome, you know? You know, GSP, if he keeps going down this path, this is going to be GSP at press conferences, okay? If he keeps getting fucking abducted by aliens, he start talking like this. It would be kind of awesome, right? But let me see here. I thought this promo.
I said said that WrestleMania 6 was more intense than all 5 WrestleManias put together. I meant it, brothers. Every workout that I train is more intense. The pressure on my back is more intense than ever before. And every minute that I try to sleep, my heart pounds like a drum. I feel Hulkamania's in danger right now, Hulkamaniacs. This is the ultimate test of all times. And when I get in danger, I go back to my roots. I go back to the instincts. That's why I went back to Gold's Gym, Venice Beach, California, the Power Pit. That's why I went to the Magic Mirror, and I said, mirror, mirror on the wall, it's the ultimate warrior, the one that's going to make the Hulkster rise and fall.
All right. So, man, you were talking a lot of shit, Hulk Hogan. Like, you're talking about how you train harder than all the 5 WrestleManias combined. You got a lot of explaining to do. All right? But let's get to Warriors promo, though. All right.
To answer your question, as you, Hulk Hogan, travel to WrestleMania by conventional means, the normal you travel with experience malfunctions. As you realize, all that is left is total self-destruction. Do you, Hulk Hogan, show self-pity? Do you, Hulk Hogan, try to reason why? Do you, Hulk Hogan, try and comfort the normals that have even more fear than you? Or do you, Hulk Hogan?
Somebody try to translate this in the chat if you can.
Get the doors out.
Oh, this is the best part. This is the best part, right? You guys got to listen to this part.
Kick the cockpit door down. Take the 2 pilots that have already made the sacrifice so that you can face this challenge. Dispose of them, Hulk Hogan. Assume the controls, Hulk Hogan. Shove that control into a nosedive, Hulk Hogan. Push yourself to total self-destruction. As you realize, Hulk Hogan, you are about to enter a world close to parts unknown. Oh, smell it, warriors. Do you, Hulk Hogan, look for a place to hide? Or do you, Hulk Hogan, face that challenge that may be more powerful than even you are, Hulk Hogan? You, Hulk Hogan, must self-destruct so that you will know, Hulk Hogan, who is the chosen one.
Hulk Hogan must self-destruct so he can know who is the chosen one. All right. There you go. JCVD says if you lose, are you going to be able to handle it? You know? Well, that's one way to translate it. Sure. I think Warrior always needed a translator, but when I was a kid, though, I thought this was the shit. I was like, wow. I was all impressed and shit. It was crazy. All right, let's see here.
Here in the U.S. anyway. Well, I could be wrong.
Anyway. Anyways, guys, it's getting late, but you got any questions, shoot them. It's not an official Q&A, but we turned it into a Q&A, so there you go. By the way, Q&A every Thursday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the official one, right? But here we're talking like UFC and aliens and all that good stuff. No more questions. Well, I guess we're going to wrap this shit up. If we got no more questions. What time is it over there, guys? Like, what's your guys' time? I think most people are like, most of my subscribers I've noticed are like either Eastern or Pacific. So I'm a Hit Mine Heart fan by far, but yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. It is getting late. If you have not seen it, check out my 80 Hertz Punch Out video. All right. Yeah, a lot of people are Eastern time. We are going to wrap it. Let's see. I just got a question right when I was going to wrap it up. Shad Dawson versus Edwin Rodriguez, December 8th. Who wins? Wow. What the hell? It's the most random fight ever. Shad Dawson should win that fight, but we'll just off the top of my head. But hey, we'll see. Peace out, Hulk Hogan. West Coast Pacific. Yeah, a lot of either West Side or East Side. Very few dudes in between, like me. Right? Yeah, Shad Dawson's still around. And he's gonna fight Edwin Rodriguez. All right. Lomachenko or Rigo, honest opinion. Lomachenko. All right. Now, I'd rather leave a lot of these questions for the actual chat, live chat on Thursday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, guys, we'll leave it at that. We're gonna wrap this up, guys. Right. Peace out, guys. I'm out.